Masanori episodes are always the most chaotic and exciting, and I really do love this character. However, what I enjoyed just as much was the plot progression and connections shown between Masanori and Jinki, as these episodes did give us more surrounding that particular topic. So with that being said, hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today we're talking all things episode 17 of the Cardfight Vanguard Divinez series. A really spicy episode that reveals that it most likely wasn't a member of the Destined Ones that Sybil has been working / controlling, but instead a member of our hero's side, the Fated Ones. Now, this twist does well in opening up more speculation for the series and makes you think back on the first season to see if you can see any hints or details of a character acting strangely. The fact that I couldn't remember anything like that gives more credibility to this antagonist, as he was successfully been able to hide himself until the right moment. So I like that. Now, I want to start off by talking about the Akina and Hikari segment, as this is where things get a little bit more heated, as obviously Hikari is distancing herself from her brother, avoiding meals and creating this confused / tension-filled environment. Now, this interaction did great in displaying what Sybil's power of manipulation can truly do to somebody, as we've seen this caring family throughout the first season, and we know how much Hikari loves her brother. But this aggressiveness and annoyance that she sort of aims towards Akina at the minute is both born from love and desire. It's clear that Hikari wants her brother to act more for himself, and her wish could be connected to this. We're told that Sybil's power only heightens one's desire for their wish, but if Hikari wishes for her brother to care more about himself and to stop feeling guilty about what happened in the past, then this would not only reflect some of what the future Hikari was saying, but also it would give present day Hikari a more of a platform / push to actually voice her opinion and desires, thanks to this heightened state. So far we've learnt of 3 wishes from the Destined Ones, with one of those being selfish and the others 2 wishes being for other people. But the difference here is that the 2 that were wished for someone else, they had close connections to that said person. They were rivals. Yet here, Aikawa, he's the only one who has a private wish to go towards Cray. And yet we don't see him have that connection with Suo like we do with the other characters. Yet Hikari and Akina have this connection. They have a bond. So this does make me feel like Hikari's going to be a bit of a hypocrite and might wish for something relating to her brother, even though she's been saying, brother, your wish needs to be for yourself. So then, with Giyu saving Jinki from Sybil's mental pollution, this does put them into a perfect position to gather intel to pass on to our heroes, but with this comes risk, as now we know that it's possible for one of the Fated to actually be controlled by Sybil, meaning that it's only a matter of time before they are caught / found out. Now, while on this note, it does beg the question, if a Fated one is working for / being controlled, then who? We can rule out Masanori, as he didn't agree with Sybil's goals, which for Masanori I think is pretty cool for the character. Taizawa we can rule out, as he only joined the Fated Clash in season 1 thanks to the future Hikari's intervention. Nasuo, he was just an empty shell, yet getting him out of the way first could be a fun way to just bring him back later on so that he could have more action, especially with the memory blocking factor being tied to his character still. But in all honesty, I can make arguments for and against with each of these characters, which I absolutely love, as this expands the story, but also keeps us as the audience speculating. Now again, I know that you probably all know who this is, but I haven't got that far yet, so please don't spoil me. So returning to Masanori's character, I think it really excelled in this episode, as we get to see a more deeper look into the character and his connections with Jinki and Shingi. Now, looking into Masanori's character for this episode, I loved how it was hinted at him being the one who had wished for Shingi to come back to life, as it shows the level of impact that this character had on someone like Masanori, who only sees people as playthings. But with this connection, we now see a new side of Masanori's character that makes him seem more like a guardian figure to Jinki. When in Overdress, we see him joining the Uniformers, and it was like this boss/employer type of relationship between these two characters. But now thinking about it, Masanori joining the Uniformers wasn't just for fun and games, but instead a wish to see the little brother of the man that he once called a friend achieve his goals. I think that's a little bit poetic, but it was really nice. One thing's for sure though, Masanori seems to have these odd relationships with Kanto players. Think Toya, think Shingi, and now Jinki. So, yeah. Great. Going into Jinki's character, I liked how his dream was surrounding the protection of card fighting for the younger generation, as this continues to follow in Shingi's dreams, which has always been at the core of Jinki's motivation/actions. Plus, even though he won, I did think the deck was weaker than his villainous deck in Overdress. But I do like the theme surrounding it and the tie-ins it had to his dream, which is protection, where Masanori has the Taboo Vanguard, which is connected to his dream of bringing back someone to life, again, breaking the taboo. On a side note as well though, Jinki's new Vanguard was a rear guard, I believe, to Bastion, so it's nice to see a rear guard being reused as someone else's Vanguard with a bit of an upgrade. But with the score now 2-1, with the Destined Ones taking the lead once again, I kind of hope that they win the next episode, and this would break the kind of format/pattern where we see we win one, you win one, vice versa. Now, I will admit, this would then build up tension for round 5 going into it, as the Fated Ones will be up against the wall, meaning they have to pull out some pretty insane stuff to overcome them. But these were just my quick thoughts on this particular episode. I'm loving the animation and the OST for this series so far, and I like the fact we're getting a bit more plot progression now, and we're diving into these characters, even characters like Masanori, who we've known for such a long time. We're still getting so much more from him, and I absolutely credit the series for that. So that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please do not spoil anything moving forward, but have a great day. Alligator, matane, goodbye.